Hi, welcome into this pick a pile or pick a card reading. This is going to be a general collective message for love. What is going to be important or helpful for you to know regarding love in your life? So, I've got three piles here. This first pile is the Mystic Rose. It's an old garden rose, and it's kind of this nice pale pink color. The one in the center is called the Advocate. It's a modern garden rose. And then the final card is the Storyteller, which is an old garden rose as well. Each of these cards has a number on it too. So the Mystic Rose the first pile is number 25. The Advocate Rose is number 32. And the Storyteller Rose is number 31, in case those meanings or those numbers have meanings for you. So go ahead and pick your pile, and I'll be right back with your layout. All right. Oh, well, yeah, you got me there. I meant to restart with just the first pile showing, but I forgot to do that, and I'm not going to worry too much about it. So this is pile one's reading. Hi, pile one. Thank you for being here. So I've already drawn all your cards. I haven't seen any of them. So we're just going to go ahead and shuffle these now. So the Mystic, you were drawn to this Mystic pile. And kind of what I'm picking up just initially as I'm kind of tapping into the energy is that you're someone who has a really, really wide open heart chakra. To the point that you might have had to learn how to manage that a little bit because it can be kind of intense for you to have such a wide open heart. Those are just kind of some initial impressions. Interesting. So you might have been feeling betrayed, honestly, in love. I wasn't expecting this. I'm sorry. I don't know why that 10 threw me off, but it did. So you may be very thrown off by the fact that um, a betrayal has occurred. It might be a betrayal that you would have never ever dreamed would happen, or um, that you would have seen coming. Burn a little bit of incense here because it's not quite ready, but seeing such a heavy betrayal card right off the bat makes me want to burn a little bit of cedar here, to just cleanse that out. I'm sorry, whatever kind of betrayal you might be feeling is here. Hopefully there's going to be some indicators about what you might be able to do, or advice, and we'll pull some advice cards if you need them. Yeah, somebody was highly manipulative, and this has been really, really painful for someone so open hearted, um, to discover that there was some type of a manipulation going on behind the scenes. As you can see, this person's really strung up. I wouldn't even be surprised to see the Hanged One come out in some of the tarot that I pulled. Yeah, what else? So, with your open heart, you're someone that also feels called to a higher purpose in your life. And so, you're someone who's kind of trying to follow your own inner heart led belief system and heart led actions in your life. You're trying to operate in the world as a good person. You're trying to follow your own path and an inner calling that maybe you have felt since childhood. And in fact, it might be that someone's been uh, operating in this way from childhood. That's kind of coming through channeled. I don't see anything like that indicated here in the cards. It's just a feeling that's coming through that this person operating in this manipulative, like puppet master kind of way, it might be someone that's been in your life since childhood. And that's what's making this so devastating, is that this is someone that you have a lot of heart for, a lot of feeling for. It could even be a family member or a best friend, like a bestie, someone you grew up with. In any case, it's been a real blow. It's been pretty devastating. I'm seeing in this card, with this sort of peaceful expression on this person's face, that you're not necessarily letting it pull you off your path for what you're trying to do on this planet, but it's been a big blow. I'm so sorry. Again, I'm really feeling it heavy in my heart center here. Yeah, there was some denial or illusion created by this manipulative person. This isn't always a negative card in Kipper, but it's showing up here in connection with these other cards, showing me that you were someone had a lot of illusion placed over you, or was not who they appeared to be in your life. Again, that's coming through. They may have done a lot of things to kind of shine you on, or have you believing things about the future, or about your life, or about your relationship with this person, that was just a complete illusion. um, yeah, you're in a healing, or like a convalescing place of rest after kind of reeling from this information. It's been really important for you to rest and to get your bearings and to go within and to listen to kind of this higher calling here, and not let it make you bitter, or pull you off your mission and pull you off your path. um, I don't know if this was a lever, because this is a love reading, and this is coming out like a very long-term betrayal. So it might be someone that you've been with since you were a teenager, right? Like you could have been a couple that got together in high school or something like that, right? I don't know. What else, Spirit? What's going on here? There's justice coming. So that's something to be celebrated, and that you can count on, is that having this revealed is like a precursor to justice coming for this person that created so much illusion and manipulation in your life. Um, the Justice card is a major arcana card, and which says that it's out of your hands. It's not even going to necessarily be up to you to assure that this person sees justice. It's going to happen as some part of it, like a higher law or spiritual justice, right? So this doesn't strike me as you. This strikes me as possibly the person that was creating this betrayal. It might be like an older sister or an aunt, or even your mom, because what I was picking up is that it goes all the way back to childhood. So you may have someone in your family who's been a bad actor in your life, or an older person to you, like a kid a few years ahead of you in school or something like that, are the ones that created this manipulation and illusion and betrayal for you in your life. This is what I'm picking up about this card here. This person is maybe the culprit, the one who carried this out. Yeah, they were dark. They were a dark relationship, and you didn't know. And why would anyone know, right? Like, this is the kind of thing where when people find out that they've been fooled, they feel a lot of shame at times, like that they feel like stupid, that they didn't know. What it's important to understand is that this person was a master at creating illusion, and it was a long game. They've been doing it for a lot of your life. This could be like a narcissistic family member, but I'm even picking up something like plotting, like that this might have been like I had a person in my life when I was a child, a stepmother, who was very, very messed up. She was very unhappy, a severe alcoholic, probably had a personality disorder. She was that kind of person who could have gotten it in her mind to do some type of long game revenge against somebody. And this is kind of what it's showing, or what it's giving, is that this person has like hated you from very early, but kept it very, very concealed so that you never knew. And in fact, you may have thought this person was your biggest supporter. I don't know if they sabotaged your love life and that's how this ties into love. That's still not clear to me. But it's meant to come out because it's coming out. So I'm not going to worry too much about it or second guess it. We'll just keep going here. They've created an ending in your life, or else this relationship is over because you've realized what they were up to. Endings are here in the upright. It's positive. So that means that there's an ending to this. Thank God, right? The truth is out. You know the truth. It's been a major blow to your heart, but you're not someone who's going to allow an experience like this to close your heart. You're going to rise above it, stay on your guided path here, and this is over. This is an ending. It's no longer, it's been brought to light somehow what this person was doing. Yeah, and you're this sweetheart, okay? You're this mystic, open-hearted, pale pink, feminine rose, okay? You're somebody who's very gentle, very caring, very connected to the heart. I mean, that was the very first impression, is that you're very, very connected to your heart chakra and your heart center. Your heart chakra is wide open, and here you are, sweetheart, right? I mean, that's just heart-based energy. I have a sense that this is you, that you, while you may be the sweetheart, finding something out like this really brought out your inner Queen of Swords, which is a major, you can see the face abstracted in this card. She does not fuck around, okay? This queen has been through some shit, okay? And she sees that she needs to have better boundaries. This has been a huge learning experience for you. Your cutoff game is really strong. You've cut this person off, this older feminine in your life. You've realized they can't be trusted. This has been a devastating blow. I'm going to go into full on Kali Ma cutoff, right? Like, my anger is righteous. This person's never going to get close to me again. There's nothing they can say that's going to change my mind, right? Like, it's been a painful lesson, but it's also made you quite empowered and even maybe more powerful than you were before, right? Okay, because it's shown you sort of a darker side of, you don't want to go around with rose-colored glasses on, right? You don't want to be in this mystic, naive energy all the time. You need to also have face some hard truths, and you have. This is you, right? You're not gonna let yourself be fooled anymore. Yeah, you're ascending. You're on your inner path, right? This is you right here. This is you on your ascension spiritual journey. This person's manipulation was powerful at one time in your life, but you've risen way beyond any kind of power that they have to hurt you or to continue to manipulate you or fool you and create an illusion in your life and make problems and mess with your moods, right? Whatever it looks like, because you're ascending and you're a sweetheart and you're not going to be swayed. Yeah, you're following your inner light, which is again a very mystic like energy. A hermit is a mystic, and this is the hermit card. This is from my majors only deck, and I pulled just one each for each pile out of the majors only, and you got the hermit. So by going within, you were able to connect with your inner Queen of Swords and figure out where you needed to really, again, like I said, your cutoff game is really strong, and you cut this person off. You might have cussed them out, honestly. I'm kind of feeling some of that. And now you're resting from it, but you may have really told this person what for after finding this out. You may have found the power within to directly confront them. I don't know why I'm picking that up. That's not necessarily hermit-like energy. It's just channeled. Something is going on that where you were just like, oh, fuck no. You think you're going to betray me to this degree? You way misunderestimated, or this person severely underestimated you. And I feel like I can hear you in my mind's ear saying that, like, you really fucking underestimated me. If you think that I'm going to forgive you or let you back into my life or allow you to continue to create this kind of illusion that you love me and support me, fuck if that's ever going to happen again, right? Like, we're straight with this person, and it's bringing in a justice. Yeah, this card in Lenormand often speaks to me of a legacy of spell work and a powerful spell work. I'm not sure I'm picking up on that though with this. This might be your wisdom that you've accrued over the years of following your own inner calling and being so deeply connected to your heart. I mean, love is what makes the world a beautiful place, and you're very connected to the power of love. And so what I'm feeling like is this is your legacy of wisdom of the heart that you have called on, and that the wisdom of the heart showed you not everybody is for you, right? Not everybody is allowed in anymore. You need to have boundaries and protect this beautiful heart energy that you've always had access to, that you've always had developed from birth. You came into the world with this sort of wide open heart for people, right? And because of that, I'm picking up that this person misjudged you and your family and thought that you were naive and foolish, and that you would maybe never realize that they've been doing this kind of undermining work. Again, this is not coming out a love reading. I don't know if romance is even going to be in play here for this layout. Um, Book of Love, this could be. I don't know. Let's find out more. What's going on? Yeah, you. This is Queen of Swords. Show up in boots, ruin a black tie affair, friends in low places. You were like, oh hell no, you're not fucking with me. This is what I was picking up on about you confronting this person directly and saying, are you fucking kidding? You think that you've bested me? I'm just getting warmed up, right? And now I'm hearing LL Cool J again. That came through in the last reading. Mama said knock you out. It's coming through here. Like you're like, fuck no, don't call it a comeback because I haven't gone anywhere, and I'm gonna fuck you up. You're not gonna do this and get away with it. You've called in some kind of a justice. You might have really powerful spirit guides protecting you, that because you've called on them for help now. And that's another thing that's coming through channeled, is that rather than seek vengeance yourself, which was tempting, you turned it over to God and said, I want to witness their karma. I want to see them go down, because it hurt, right? But you had to rise above the hurt, hand over your desire to vengeance to God, and say, I want to witness it. I want to witness their karma. I want to know and be aware of the justice that they're going to face over this level of betrayal. Because it's a huge betrayal. This isn't any betrayal, okay? This is someone you go way back with. And I know I keep emphasizing that, but that's where all of this rage is coming from, right? And this pain. It's been a very painful lesson. There's good news coming. This is very encouraging. This is a really encouraging card. Page of Wands is one of the most encouraging, hopeful, optimistic cards in tarot. And it's here. Having had this come to light may actually have been sort of predestined. Okay, this might have been something that was part of your soul's journey that you actually selected or chose to happen to teach you a major lesson of some type, right? And now that you've learned the lesson and you directly confronted this person and set a hard boundary with them and basically said, you know, get out of my energy, get out of my life, it's like it's opening you up for this new, fresh, hopeful energy to start coming to you, right? Like maybe there were blocks because this person was still in your life, and now that they're being cast out of your life, it's opening up your reality for a bunch of new influx of new positive creative energy. It's going to be wise to cleanse your energy after this kind of a betrayal. And again, I mean, that's why I wanted to get that cedar burning right away. It was like, this is heartbreaking type betrayal, and it should be cleansed to some degree. I've got some juniper on here too that I'll try to keep burning to cleanse that away. Oh, it smells so good. That myrrh and juniper, that feels really good. In fact, if you burn this kind of incense, I would get some myrrh. For some reason, myrrh is got medicine for you relative to this betrayal. It smells so good. Oh my God, I want to eat it. Eat it up. It smells that good. The moon, this illusion that they created is over. It's over, okay? The moon, it's here twice. And in fact, we just came through a new moon. So the new moon in Cancer might have been energy that helped bring this to light. This may be very recent, Or you can use this new moon energy that's still present a little bit here now for the next 24 hours or so to usher in this optimistic energy. I would set the intention, like, I bring the optimism, bring the positivity, bring the creative fire, bring the newness, bring it in. I'm ready. I've cleansed my energy of this. I'm resting from it. I've let this relationship go. I cut them off. I spoke my truth to them. It's cleared away all this illusion, and now it's bringing in this positive energy. Yeah, this person really worked negatively against you, and in fact, they may have done spell work, because for me, this card in Kipper speaks about um, creating confusion for you and manipulation, which was very much present here. So I wanted to pull, because this never came out. I was gonna, for all these readings, I was gonna pull from Journey of Love some cards each right in the moment at the end, because we're at the end of your reading now, pile one. So any parting messages here? That wasn't really a love reading, although it was very much a self-loving thing that you did to confront this person and kick them out of your life. My sense is that you had parts of you, like inner children, that needed to witness you do that, so that they could know that you can be trusted to stand up for yourself, right? You're not a fool. You're a sweetheart, but you're not a fool. And that's where this person misjudged you. They thought that you were a fool, or they thought they took your heart-centered energy for naivety, and you're far from it. Okay. You're ascending. What are some final cards from the Journey of Love deck? What is this about? What might this have to do with love for pile one? Final messages. Naughty thoughts. That's interesting. That was on the bottom of the deck. Third party. Risk. And culture. So you may have had a family culture of risk and gossip and third-party triangulation, and that's where this is coming from. They may also have done things like didn't want to see you happy because they were unhappy, so they may have done things like sabotage your relationships, go and be like a little bug in your partner or your love interest's ear, saying negative things about you, and you never knew why your relationships wouldn't last. Well, it's because this very trusted and close feminine in your life was trash talking you to your partners without you knowing. They took it too far, but it's a culture of long-standing tradition in your family. And you may have had an expectation that you maintain loyalty to family no matter what, at all costs. And now you're really challenging that and saying, fuck if I'm going to keep up a culture of loyalty to this person that's been betraying me my whole life, sabotaging my relationships, creating dark confusion for me, manipulating me behind the scenes, and betraying me. This has all come out, and it's been risks that this family member felt entirely justified taking, and it may feel risky to you to cut them off, but fuck if you're not, I mean, this is what it is for you. Let's see, part of me wants to just pull one more card now. Maybe I'll pull one last tarot card. Any advice for you, pile one, before we go? Advice for pile one before we go. I think the reason this reading came out is because of this third party card here, is that it was revealed to you that this person's been doing things to undermine your relationships. What's some final advice for you? Heal. Yeah, you're already doing it. You already know. You're a temperance angel. You already know that healing is here for you, and to be staying on your path is what you need to be, and walking away from this person and letting go. And that's where your healing is. This is a really positive and beautiful final message to get of advice. Just keep being the healer that you are. You're a temperance angel. You're an earth angel. You know how to alchemize this kind of pain. Look at how beautiful, right? This is super beautiful. So I think that's it for you, pile one. Hang in there. Take care of your heart. And I'm sorry. I'll see you in the next one. Hi, welcome pile 2. This is your love reading. You chose the Advocate Rose, which is number 32. Pile 1 was intense. It actually didn't really turn out to be a love reading, other than it was a confirmation for someone about someone who was being a dark agent in their life and creating a lot of problems for them. So I'm curious now to hear what this is going to be for you. So I've already chosen your pile and pulled all these cards. I haven't seen any of them. And so I just wanted to first kind of channel into this Advocate card a little bit and see what I can't feel. I feel a lot of courageous, face forward, keep going kind of energy, determination here, ethics, standing tall is kind of coming through as a way of being for you, that you stand tall, you tell the truth, you keep moving forward, and you're in very grounded energy. So that's something to know about you. And now we're just going to kind of shuffle some of these cards here for your pile, and let's see what you get into for your love reading today. What's going to be important for you to know for your love reading? Uh-oh, health concern. So you're moving forward, even though you may have been faced with some health challenges. That might be where that determined energy is coming from. Like, I'm going to stand tall. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm not going to let my health concerns stop me from my goals, right? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep being a good person. I'm not going to, not that I'm someone who indicts complaints. I mean, it's normal to complain if you're up against a lot of stress, but what I'm feeling from you is that you're not someone who wants to complain or even let other people in on the fact that you might be going through a health scare. So that's coming through. Karmic masculine. So you have a masculine in your life that he's in the upright, so he may be somebody that's kind of helping you through this. He's not a love of a lifetime. This is more of like a lesson type relationship. It's not even someone that's showing up in negative energy though, but it's somebody that a relationship here that's been a lesson for you to some degree in self-love. Okay, so it might be that you ended a relationship even though there was nothing wrong with this person because you were unfulfilled and it was a self-loving gesture. Okay, that can be, like, I personally relate to that. I ended a relationship with someone who I think maybe people in my life might have been like, wow, that person's so nice. Why are you in? But I was unfulfilled, right? So it doesn't matter if this person's nice. If you're not fulfilled, right? You need to be self-loving. And it's also honoring of the other person to end a relationship if you're not fulfilled, right? So there's something like that coming through. I don't know how that ties into the health concern here, but let's just keep going. Oh boy, the Tower. So there's been some really heavy shit going on in your life around this karmic masculine and around the need to keep going in spite of some really shocking turn of events that may have happened that got you really connected to the need to keep being in a self-loving energy and taking care of yourself and putting your health first. Okay, you've really had to put yourself first and keep going. Apparently these love readings are like triumph and survival in spite of some difficult challenges. Maybe that's the theme, at least for these first two. What else? Let's keep going here. Yeah, you walked away. Again, it was a self-loving choice to walk away from some really intense event. I don't know what's happening. We'll pull clarifiers if we need to. I'm not only going to rely on these cards if it doesn't answer what the Tower was, but it was something that made you be like, I love myself too much. I'm walking away from this. It's not good for me. Face forward. Keep going, head high, standing tall, right? Again, this person's in the upright. I don't know, maybe they just delivered some news to you I'm not sure. He was a lesson, even if he wasn't necessarily a negative. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. We'll keep going. You're safe and cherished. You are loved. So it's important to know that you're being watched over, even though you may have felt like this brought you to your knees. This tower might have been what caused, you might have found out some negative information about your health, and it's really got you in a tailspin. Maybe it forced you to take stock about relationships that were unfulfilling and realize, like, I shouldn't waste any more time. I know this isn't going anywhere, so I'm going to end it and walk away. I really don't want to be looking at a health concern on my own, but I also know that I can't bring someone along for the ride that I'm not in love with. But it's scary that you might have made a decision to be alone and face this health concern by yourself. And this is a reassurance that you're safe and cherished and that you're loved. Yeah. And joy is coming for you. Okay. Making this self loving decision to walk away from this karmic masculine means that you're opening your life up to joy again. And it's because you weren't fulfilled. And you may have at some point kind of been feeling like, well, who am I to end this relationship? This is a good person. They haven't done anything wrong. Maybe finding out this health crisis for yourself is like, no, I've just, like I said a minute ago, it forced you to reevaluate everything. And you realized, I need to walk away and let this person go because I'm not fulfilled. By doing that, you're opening up your life again to fulfillment and joy, though. So that was a very wise, self-loving decision in more ways than one, right? Yeah, you let go. I mean, you can't make it up. It's right here. You let go of this masculine, figuring it's not fair to him or me. I need to practice self love. I need to let go of this situation, and I'm going to go ahead and focus on my health and see what I can do about my health, even if it means being alone through a health crisis, right? I'm just going to have to face that, stand tall, move forward, and let go. And rest. You need rest. And in fact, this is the first pile needs rest as well from finding out about a major betrayal. You need rest. You're found out, I think, again, about a health concern that you're having that's requiring you to convalesce and rest and heal and recover and let go of what is not working in your life. It's really brought all of that into focus of what needs to go and what needs to stay. It might have been a diagnosis that's potentially terminal. And so it forced you to be like, okay, look, you might die. Is this how you want to live, right? Do you want to be in an unfulfilling relationship? It's not fair to this karmic masculine or you. You need to be self-loving and walk away, right? It's that kind of thing. I know I keep saying it. And now you're resting and trying to face, like, okay, I guess I'm on my own. You know, you're safe and cherished. You're loved. You may end up with this Three of Wands energy here. You may end up in a situation with a lot of new opportunity. I know that might be hard to imagine with this health concern. I'm not sure how the Three of Wands ties in here. We can pull a clarifier if we need to for the Three of Wands. This strikes me as someone that you might end up bringing in the opportunity. Someone might bring, this rich girl card might be the person that brings in these opportunities that are really going to bring you a lot of joy, because here's joy in duplicate with the Nine of Cups, aka Nine of Hearts, and then this great happiness card. By making this choice, as painful as it's been and as worried as you've been about your own health, what you may not realize is that there's a lot of joy coming for you. This is a very temporary situation. You're safe and cherished and you're loved, and there's joy coming. Okay, you might be this rich girl, or someone is coming in, this rich girl, with an opportunity for you. She's bringing you a Three of Wands somehow. Yeah, change is coming. Change is coming, and it's bringing joy. You're safe through these changes. Walking away was the right move. Letting go was the right move. You faced a tower and had the courage to walk away and let go. Change is now coming because of this. And we have 9-9 as well, with the Nine of Cups and this 9 card in the kipperish. Yeah, it's been a major blow, whatever this was, because we have two towers here. This could also represent the change that's coming. Um, you may be nursing a broken heart because you ended this relationship, and now there's change coming because you knew it wasn't going to be good for your future. And now, because of that, there's a radical change that's about to occur with all this new opportunity flooding in for joy and happiness that you don't see coming. That also could be home in your home life. You might have felt like before this health scare that you had to do things by the book, that you had to preserve the family at all costs, that you had to maintain the institutional sacredness of your marriage or something. And then now there's all of this change being ushered into your life because this is ending. Here you are. This person, this rich girl's bringing in opportunity into your life in some way. I don't know how or why, but this is you. You're this main female. You're going through a bunch of change, and this is an end of your old, maybe more traditional life and home situation. Okay, you're walking away from it, and there's radical change coming that's going to be much more in alignment with what you want for yourself. You had to advocate for yourself. That's what this advocate card is. It's advocacy for self. Really beautiful. Turn it over to fate. That's what you did. That's exactly what you did. In spite of being afraid to end what was maybe felt like the safe or secure bet by staying with this karmic relationship, you said, I can't do it. It's not self-loving. It's not honoring myself and what I need out of my life. I have to put myself first. I have to walk away. There's all this change coming, but you turned it over to fate because you realized it's not working for me anymore. Who knows what's coming? I don't want to go through a health scare by myself, but I'm going to trust the fates. 3-3 now. So these are new opportunities of new people wanting to work with you coming in, okay, because you've had the courage to walk away from this old relationship. It's like this old relationship was holding you back in some way. And now that you've made the decision to end it and walk away and be on your own in spite of what that means and your fears about being alone, possibly, now all of a sudden are all these collaborative, positive cards here, ushering in positive change for you. Yeah, boom, you're about to take right the fuck off. Okay, this health, sad, concern, broken heart, whatever it is about to change for the better. You're about to go into this really positive, fresh, rushing kind of energy after maybe a blocked time of like, we're just not happy. I think this is you being severely unfulfilled. Okay. And now that you've decided to walk away, there's all this change and newness and excitement coming in. What do you have to look forward to, pile two? What happened here? Maybe that's another question I'll ask, actually. Yeah. What was this? What did you walk away from? Or why, what happened that caused you to walk away from this relationship with this karmic masculine? What happened that caused you to walk away? You decided I need to have boundaries in this situation, so that you've maybe been working on your own healing, right? Yeah, here comes the change. Very exciting. I'm not sure how this ties in. This might have been a relationship that had a lot of chemistry, but that ultimately wasn't going to be a good relationship for the long term. Or this could be a new relationship coming in that has a lot of chemistry. I asked what happened. Yeah, I mean, I think what happened is that you realized I need to make a change because this relationship, while it might have good chemistry physically, I need healing and I need to move away from a relationship that is only based on physicality. I think that's what's coming in, and I'm going to have boundaries with that. Yeah, and because you left, a relationship that was unfulfilling. Now here comes a soulmate. This is your love reading, pile 2. Now that you had the courage to walk away and face being alone and have self-advocacy and put your own fulfillment first, now there's going to be a rushing in of all this new energy. Yeah, what's the Tower? What's the Tower here? Can we get some clarity on the Tower card? What's happening? There's really positive energy coming in because this has been a very healing decision for you to make, to walk away from this unfulfilling relationship. And again, it's not easy to walk away from someone who's, you know, a decent person. It's like, well, it's not about them being bad or I'm bad and they're good or vice versa. It's just that I'm not fulfilled in this relationship. I need to end a relationship that seems sort of based on sex, right? And move more into something that's more of a soul connection. What was the Tower? What was the Tower here? A Queen of Cups in the reverse. So it might have had something to do with that rich girl card. There might have been a third party in the situation. That's what finally was like, well, you know what? I'm not even fulfilled in this relationship. And I think that they're maybe embroiled with somebody else, or I suspect it, or they've stepped out on me and had an affair. And so I need to just end it because I'm really not even fulfilled anyways. So rather than try to hang on to a relationship where I wasn't fulfilled anyways, I need to just walk away. That's maybe what the Tower was that there was a, what else about the Tower? Yeah, now that you're going to be walking right into your 10 of Cups with a new soulmate here. It's just here. That's what it is. That's what it is. What's some final advice for you, pile 2? What's some final advice for you, pile 2? Oh my gosh, pile 2, did I even burn any smoke for you? I think I did, but let me make sure I put some good smudge on here for you, pile 2. What's some final advice for you, pile 2? Yeah, just it's over. This decision to bring a judgment day into this entire relationship that wasn't meeting your needs, and that was maybe even person stepped out on you, or maybe you even had an agreement like, it's fine, we have an open relationship, we're not serious, but you've realized I'm not even getting any of my needs met, right? It's a judgment day. This is over. Just brace yourself and get ready, because there's really amazing and exciting things coming into your life because you made this self-loving decision to walk away from an unfulfilled relationship. So pile 2, that's your love reading. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, pile 3, last but not least, here we are, el número 3. El número 3 es mi favorito. So number 3, you chose the storyteller rose here, this beautiful deep red old garden rose. So this is your love reading. I have already pulled all your cards. I haven't seen any of these. So we're just going to find out what do you need to know for love right now. And what I'm feeling from this card right off the bat about your energy is that you're in a very restful and peaceful place right now of acceptance and stillness. And I feel like this is new for you. This is an energy that is almost foreign to you. You've never really known how to slow down in the past and kind of go with flow, or you've maybe always wanted to be able to do that but have had a hard time slowing down in your life. And what I'm picking up is that for the first time, you're in an energy like that feels very peaceful, very settled, very grounded, and very rested. Like you're feeling like a wise woman almost. I'm not picking up, that you're an elder necessarily, although you might be, but you've stepped into a lot of personal wisdom. and inner peace. That's what I'm feeling for you right off the bat. And so let's shuffle some of these and just see what do you need to know for love here. Your realness is rare. Boom. You are in a really graduated place of, you might be admired for your wisdom. People might crave your company. People might really appreciate how grounded and peaceful your energy has become. You might be kind of sought after right now because of that. Like, you might have really healing energy that people end up wanting to be around you because they like how they feel when they're in your company. The lovers. Here we are with these lovers cards. So you've got a potential for a really beautiful love relationship here, because you are in this very receptive, peaceful, grounded, healed, wise energy. You have a very rare energy right now, and because of that you might be attracting a really significant love, a really beautiful love relationship is what I'm feeling. Work. You might meet this person through work, or you're somebody who has a lot of professional regard in your work. Again, you're in this really graduated, peaceful energy. So you might be having this kind of professional clout, like a doctor, where people really want to be around you because you have, not only are you a doctor, but you have great bedside manner. So you have the wisdom plus the heart, right? So this is like a double threat, is your kind of energy. Like, your realness is rare. Like, it's hard to find, if we're using doctors as an example, it's hard to find a medical doctor who's not only really smart medically in terms of medical sciences, but has also got really amazing bedside manner. Unfortunately, that's hard to find. And I feel like that's your energy. And because that's your energy, you've called in and are attracting this incredible love, like a major arcana lovers kind of love, right? That's beautiful. Really beautiful. Your ancestors are celebrating you. They see and are witnessing that you've done this work to become this incredible, grounded, peaceful, healer, wise person in your world. I mean, it's like, hallelujah. That's what I'm feeling, is like everybody's celebrating you, not just in your physical world, but your ancestors, and in the spirit realm, you're being celebrated as well. And I'm potentially going to be rewarded again with this love, with this lover's card here. Um, yeah, really, really exciting, really beautiful energy. I'm congratulating you. Surprise! This is really a positive reading, pile three. You've got a really beautiful surprise of the heart in store. You might meet someone that like knocks you off your feet, like is really like, this person's my dream person, right? Or something, because this is a love reading. That's why I'm taking it there. This is something, or your current partner might be about to propose. Like, this person, you might be like, this guy's everything I ever dreamed, but I don't want to rush it. And then boom, he proposes. And you're like, wow, he feels that way too, clearly, because I was trying to keep that under wraps, and now here he is proposing. It might be something like that, he or she, right? The Joker. Very cool, very interesting. I've never pulled the Joker from this deck of cards before. And in fact, I didn't even remember the Jokers being in here. I thought the Jokers had been removed from this deck for some reason. That is super interesting. So let me pick up what I'm feeling about this. I feel like there's a lot of fun coming your way. This Joker looks like he's having a ball, honestly, like in the way that a court jester might, right? Like make people laugh and have a lot of fun. Like, this is the surprise as well. This is a second indicator of the surprise card, because it surprised me to pull this Joker card. I didn't think this old antique deck had the Jokers in it. I thought they had been taken out at some point. So to see the Joker card here, it's like, oh my God, I've never even pulled this Joker, I don't think. You might like to gamble. You might be somebody that likes going to Vegas or something for fun, or you're about to be surprised with a trip to Vegas. That could be with this Joker having a lot of associations with poker, right? Is coming through. But what I'm picking up is just a lot of joy, fun, energy, lighthearted energy. Yeah, you're you're doing great on your own in terms of having arrived at this place of like personal authority and groundedness and wisdom. You're in this very empowered place, and you're single, but there's a surprise coming, and it might be in love. That's what I'm thinking is the surprise that you've attracted because you've done such amazing work on yourself and to be a good person in the world, right? And to be in this healed energy. Here you are, main femme. You're this main feminine here. This is you. You've done all this work on yourself, and it's really, really, you're being celebrated here by your ancestors and by your spirit guides and by people in your life. Like you might be getting this sort of recognition like a doctor might have, right? Like getting recognized for the work that you put into the world and getting recognized for you're the main femme, right? Like you're the main female. Who's going to try you? Nobody. Moving towards the light. This is you. You're moving because you're so connected to your realness and your groundedness and have done all this graduated healing work on yourself and on your capacity for inner peace and yin energy and divine feminine receptive energy. You're moving towards the light and towards a surprise because of this. You're being rewarded. After a time of conflict, you may have walked away from some conflict here with this Five of Swords energy. Although I will say that this Five of Swords has always struck me, the imagery, because this mother here is like in conflict energy because she's protecting her baby and she's using her wisdom to protect her vulnerable baby, right? So she's not afraid of conflict and has the wisdom to understand that sometimes conflict is needed in order to protect an innocent child or something like that, right? So this baby could be anything symbolically that requires your protection and discernment and carefulness, and you're surrounded by all this wisdom that you've acquired in your life. So what's interesting is that I like the positive aspects that are highlighted in what's typically perceived as a negative card, a card of conflict. It's like you're being rewarded because you've been willing to recognize when conflict is appropriate to engage. Two of Cups, here it comes. Boom. The Lovers and the Two of Cups. You've got love coming in, and it's going to be a surprise, and it's moving you towards the light and out of this single status and into this really fun, joyous, lighthearted, abundant time. Yep, you're on the path to love. You're on the path to love. You're on the pathway to love. You're on the pathway to everything you ever dream, love and love. I don't know. I'm making that up. You like that, Stevie? This is you. This is the journey that you've traveled. And look, it's here in duplicate. Look at that. You can't make that up. These are two totally different decks, but you're following your inner light. You're moving towards your destined path. You've already been on it, right? It's not like that's new. And it's taking you to this love connection. It's really beautiful. Very, very beautiful energy. Yeah, look at that. You're getting your flowers. You're going to have friendship. You're being celebrated by your ancestors and by the spirit realm. This is that energy. 9-9 here. A lot to celebrate. You have a lot to celebrate and be happy for. All this love coming towards you, this lightness, this realness. You're being regarded for what you bring into the world from all sides, right? You can't miss right now. Success and love, success and love. This is beautiful. You're beautiful, right? This is it. This is what life is all about, is this kind of reward. I love to see it for you, pile 3. 5-5. Now we had, you may have at one point been worried about being left out in the cold, and now you went within and looked in your heart and found your path. And here it is again, following your path. This is now here 3 times. He's following a path. This is the path. You're on the path. You are on the path to love. You can't miss, and you're not going to miss. You're not going to lose. The surprise is here, and it's coming for you, and it's very beautiful. Any fear that might have still been in there about being left out in the cold, what? Surprise, you're actually going to be invited in and celebrated, and in the warmth of the cathedral, and in the warmth of acknowledgement that you've taken your sacred path. You're going to be rewarded for it. It's super beautiful. You're wondering if this is true. This is where you're at right now. You're not losing sleep over it. You're just thinking about it. And you're conscious of all of the success that you've had because you've been doing this healing. Takes us back to that very beginning of realizing I've had a hard time slowing down in my life and letting things come to me. I've always felt like I had to get after it. Well, you're now aware of the fact that you've stepped into your yin, receptive, divine feminine energy. Divine feminine right here. You're on your perfect path, being celebrated by the ancestors and bringing in love. You just can't make it up. You're calling in love. Yeah, you're going to have all kinds of riches. You're going to have abundance coming towards you. You don't need to hold back. You don't need to be in a lack mindset. You're not in a lack mindset. And that may be why you were always driven into masculine energy, is if you felt like, well, if I'm not getting after it, nothing's going to happen. And you've since realized, I can rest, I can wait, I can guard my resources and be in stillness and allow things to come to me. And that's what's coming to you. Your material success is coming to you now. You may have had to this may have been hard earned. Like you might have had to go through a period of illness, right? Or facing the facts that you are someone that had a hard time slowing down, and then you had to really force yourself to rest and go into that Four of Swords energy. We didn't pull a full Four of Swords here, but it was in the other 2 readings. And this, I'm kind of feeling Four of Swords from this energy, from this short illness card. Be wise as the serpent and gentle as the dove. As this new love comes in, carry that wisdom into the new relationship, and remember to be gentle with your new yin, divine feminine energy. You don't need to be forced into that masculine energy anymore. What do you have to look forward to when it comes to love? I mean, you've got a really divine love coming to you. What else do you need to know about that before I end your reading? This is so beautiful. Your reading, pile 3, is by far the most positive. This is a very, very positive love reading for you. And you're just being celebrated by any energy around you is celebrating you. There's no warnings. It's all like this wisdom, like your energy approaches an ascended master type energy is what it's saying. I have goosebumps, actually. I really have goosebumps for you. You're definitely on the right path to love, and it's not going to be stopped. There's not going to be anything that gets in the way. It's just all clear, all here for you to receive. You might have wondered, it's never going to happen, so I'm just getting comfortable on my own and being at peace with my own energy and allowing things to come to me. Even if it's not love, you just made your peace with being single and thought, okay, I'm just going to be in a receptive waiting energy here, wondering maybe if it's not going to happen. Well, this is major confirmation that you've called in a beautiful love. Someone that mirrors you and mirrors the work that you've done, that's in a healed energy as well, that can be a divine counterpart to you, right? This could be like a twin flame. Twin flames often mirror one another and mirror each other's experiences. Yeah, here comes a bachelor, my friend, for you, divine femme, if that's who you want. And if you're attracted to women, this is a bachelorette that's coming towards you. You've got a new love, and it's somebody that mirrors you and can match your energy. It's someone who's your equal. It's a divine counterpart with this Lover's card. That's what we said. It's not just anybody. It's a divine counterpart. And look how happy this guy is, right? Like this is he's gonna bring all this fun into your life. This is really exciting for you. Dream girl, you're his dream girl. He is going to love you. Love offer coming in. Love offer coming into this divine femme who's done the work. I don't know. I love it for you. That is a really, really beautiful reading. What's some final advice for you, pile 3? Because your reading could not be any more beautiful. All you need to do is just get ready to celebrate is kind of what I'm feeling. But I'm going to pull a final card for you anyways. What's some good advice for you? Surprise love offer coming in to a dream girl. Celebrate good times. Come on. What's going on for you here? What's some good advice for you finally, Divine Feminine? King of Wands. Get ready for this King of Wands in the upright. He's going to bring you all kinds of fire, passion, creativity. You're not going to be waiting long. A King of Wands is a fast mover. So any of this energy, fear not. You're not going to be waiting. You've been on your right path for a while now. You've called in this beautiful love and it's happening. There's no stopping it. There's no killing it. There's no ruining it. Just get excited and get happy because you have a lot of reason to celebrate. So that's it for you, pile 3. And I thank you all for being here and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.